As I start the review for Unit 14, I'm going to tell you that there are two parts, a Part 1 review, which is a couple of pages, and a Part 2 review, which is a couple of pages. It's 5 pages of review. I also want to address that on Chapter 13, I heard a lot of, or Unit 13, I heard a lot of people ran out of time. I'm going to preface that Unit 14, you're still going to have 50 minutes. You'll open your document, you'll have problems, show your work. At the end, you're going to upload your work in a different untimed document. You're going to have to go quick. It's 30 questions, at least 30 questions, and so be mindful of the time. Find the vertex algebraically. What is the axis of symmetry? Must show work for credit, and you're going to have this all the time. Okay, so opposite of b over 2a is the formula. Opposite of 8 over 2 times negative 2, and that is negative 8 over negative 4, which is positive 2. So my axis of symmetry is x equals 2. Please make sure that you write x equals 2 and not just 2. To find the vertex, I'm going to plug the 2 in. I look at this as 3 different terms. I'm going to do my exponents first. Negative 2 times 4 plus 8 times 2 plus 3. I have negative 8 plus 16 plus 3. 19 minus 8 is 11, so it's at 2 comma 11, and the vertex is at a specific point and location. You must have a coordinate. Graph on your calculator. Find the x-intercept, solutions, factors, vertex, and the y values for the given x values. Then sketch the graph and find the axis of symmetry. Okay, so since I don't have a calculator for this, and I've done all this by hand, I'm going to keep doing this. So I start with factors, and this is x plus 7 and x minus 2. Because I need to get 7. Signs are different, larger one. From my factors, I can find my solutions by I look at this one, and it's negative 7. Because when I have x plus 7 equals 0, it's going to pull over and be a negative 7. Likewise, I'm going to pull this over and be, solutions are the set of negative 7 and positive 2. My x-intercepts are specific points, which is negative 7, 0, and negative 2, 0, my specific coordinate points. My vertex is opposite b over 2a, which is opposite of 5 over 2 times 1, which is negative 5 over 2, which is 2.5. Oops. X equals negative 2.5 is my axis of symmetry, and my vertex, when I do negative 2.5 squared plus 5 times 2.5, negative, minus 14, I get, do have to dig out my calculator, 6.25 plus 12.5, that's a negative, minus 14. And so that's 6.25 minus 26.5, and that's going to be equal to 20.25. So my vertex is at negative 2.5 and negative 20.25. Drawing it, I'm going to put my vertex, and it's going to go here and here, and I can say that that's at -2. Oops, that's at 2. That's at 2, 0. And this is -7, 0. And when this is at -14 when I cross the x-axis. Sorry, when I cross the y-axis, and so this is not to scale. So when I graph this is going to be -8, and this is going to be 10. You are allowed to use your calculator or open up Desmos. So on your shown work, make sure you open up Desmos and take a screenshot. Solving. I'm going to try to, if it says solve and it doesn't say by factor, I'm going to do quadratic formula, opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all over 2a. I always was taught to do this first, and so b squared minus 4ac is 1 squared minus 4 times 2 times 9. This is going to be larger, so this is no solution because that's going to be in the radical, and that's going to cause it negative to be in radical, so it's no solution. If it doesn't say to solve it by factoring, you can always do it by quadratic formula. Just make sure you show your work, but make sure that it is set equal to 0 first. So this is 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 equals 0. I kind of can see that it's going to be factored to -12, -24, -8. +3 gives me my -5, 1 and 2 and 3, and -4. So I have 2x plus 3 and x minus 4. So my solutions are -3 over 2 and +4. So -1.5 and 4. And you can either write it as a fraction or a decimal. Usually it's done as a decimal because you're using it to graph. Describe the change. So we're doing parameter changes of these. A fraction makes it wider. A negative means it opens down. The +9 means up 9. The no negative, and this just means down 7. Opens down. Right 1. Up 8. Opens down. Left 3. Up 5. That is page 1 of part 1 of Unit 14 review.